Okay, this new flute. You're calling it the hay flute, the he flute. Is it a new flute? Is it an invention? Did you invent this flute? Did you make this flute up? Did you pull it out of the air? Did you steal somebody's copyrighted material? Did you somehow manage to contact aliens or some other forces greater than yourselves to be able to figure this thing out? Okay, this new flute. This is a new flute,
Yes,
right?
it is a new flute.
This is the he.
Well, I wouldn't say I made it. Che.
He.
It's pronounced che. I wouldn't say I invented it or made it up. But what it is a true manifestation of a Lakota Wicohan who is an elk dreamer. I had this half-inch PVC that was left over from my flute making. And I picked it up this morning and the thought crossed my mind, as Lakota, we didn't waste. As Lakota, we don't waste. And so I realized I should take this PVC and make a flute. And so I picked it up, and without using math or any sort of calculations, I just instinctively placed the finger holes and cut the mouth for the bird and cut the splitter to be able to make the sound. And it's unique. I mean, the way that it's built, I don't think there's anything quite like it. There's some subtleties that I put into it that I'm sure somebody would probably take for granted. But what it is a new flute. It's a manifestation of Lakota Shiotanka technology in the 21st century. I dare say this is quite an innovation. Probably the first real new native flute since our days of sovereignty, pre-reservation period. I call it che because that's a Lakota word for horn, and it is a horn. It's just like a horn, except it's open at the end. Horn's closed. And I was thinking about like a buffalo horn in the Inipi, how we use it to pour the water onto the rocks. Well, this PVC flute, it's like bone. It's like a bone. It's like a hollow bone, like a hollow antler, like a hollow horn. And is it sacred or profane? Well, I'll answer that by this. I've not ever been in an inipi that didn't have a PVC bucket holding the water. I've never been in an inipi that had a wooden bucket or a metal bucket or a rawhide bucket or a buffalo stomach bucket or anything like that. It's always been a PVC bucket. So that's my take on that. But this new flute, it's a very friendly instrument. See, I had a dream a few years ago about a horse stick. I thought it was a horse stick, and it had like holes in it and lines, diagonal lines. And I didn't know what to make of the dream, so I made a horse stick like the dream, like I saw in the dream, with spots and stripes on it, and I put it in a flat cedar bush and left it there, facing west. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do about it. I tied a flag and left it in that bush. But now all these years later, after I made this che flute, I was looking at it and I realized, wow, this is that horse stick I saw in my dream. Hechatualo. Hechatualo.